Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Hello, and welcome to Mussel App training video. Today we're going to introduce you the concept of spat storage. Spat storage is any time when your species, whether it's mussels or oysters, is out of the water. Now that means sometimes when it's before it arrives to your farm, say that you ordered it at your hatchery, or it's an intermediate seeding and you're moving it from one place to another. What it does, it allows us to track entirely the whole life cycle of your, say, mussels. So in here we have a mussel farm. Let me give you an example. If we go to a farms, on portage, line 11A is catching spat. We prepared it before. The line is catching spat. We see it in here, and we want to harvest that line. So we click harvest complete. The line is now empty, and it's intermediate, which means that our spat goes out of the water, but we also don't process it. We want to use it to grow further. So we estimate as half a ton, which is, say, half a bag. The bags in here are 1,000 kilos per bag, estimated. So the system automatically calculates harvest length because we said that the entire line is harvested, which is, you can see the long line length was 2,000 meters. We can fill up a lot of information, but essentially we just want to say, yes, we harvested it, and we just want to say confirm. Now, what it does is creates a catch spat ID. We know it was catching spat from line 11A. I just created it today, so it grew as 0 days, but it will calculate at how many days it grew. And we know that we just harvested half a ton today. Now, what I can do is I can go to another line. So let's say that we go to another line in here and find an empty line. I can also go in here and I can just find an empty lines. So I have that many empty lines. Let's say we're moving it between different farms. So we're going to Kanepuru 14B. We have line empty. We want to seed the line. Now, we create a season. And in here, we have a portage 11A catch spat. So we caught that spat and we're moving it now to line 14B. Now we can seed it in two different places, but we're gonna say we seeded it in here fully whatever we harvested. Then we seeding it today. Planned harvest date, we just say it's gonna be 6 months ahead. This particular app doesn't have enough information to predict harvest yet. We can do time tracking as well, but we're trying to show really a spat storage concept. When we need to have long line length, that's the minimum information. Let's say we're gonna see it, make it thinner, so we're gonna do 5,000 meters. So we're gonna confirm that. And the data is here. So we seeded it, and we know that it came from catch spat. Now, why is it so important? Why the concept is important? Every time we take out anything out of the water, or I'll give you an example, another example just before I show you why it's important. So let me just open it, another tab, Spat Storage. And then let's say that you received the spat from hatchery. So we're going to say hatchery 0124 because it's January 2024. We're going to say it's hatchery. This is customizable field. We can skip the source line, and we need to say what kind of condition it is and how much we received. Let's say we received 1,000 kilos. The concept is essentially the same. So we have available 1,000 kilos of spat, and now we can seed it and maintain the history. And why is it so important? Two reasons. One, is if I go to archived spat, which is the one that we just harvested, now we not only have it, we caught a spat on 11A, it got harvested at 11A, but now we know that the spat is at 14B. And we can also see that in the history, which is super useful not only for the farmers or operation managers, but also for the boat crew, because they have it in the app where the whole history, which says, and unfortunately this is all on one date because I did it all today, I should have changed the dates, but you can see that it has been coming from 11A, harvested on 11A, and has been moved to 14B, which is where it currently is. Now, if you say do 2 reseeding, so you have 3 stages of farming, you will know where your spat is at any time. And most importantly, this will allow us to create a success ratio. What does it mean? It means that at 1 meter of spat caught, you harvested, say, 1,000 meters of spat. Then out of this 1,000 meters, you move to another line and to another line, and then you harvest, and then you harvest 10,000 meters. Now we know that the ratio is 1 to 10, and that is a success ratio of how many meters you produce for the first original line. And if you go further down, we have some more information, which is, I believe it's this one, that will allow you to go further down and produce you visually the whole history of your spat, of how your mussels move around. It will allow you to perform the better seeding, knowing what the difference was between, let's say, 5B, 13, and 13B, why the spat from 13B has been performing better or worse, and what's happened across the life cycle. You can see that all in history, and you can make informed decision and grow better yield. That's the Spat Storage explanation. If you have any questions, you can flick us an email. Otherwise, we'll see you on another training video.